back to the Model Works and an update on the LA Hooker funny car build that I'm doing based off of the Revell Motorsport Series Edition, the Hawaii. Quite a bit done so far. I've been kind of busy, and I've got some other issues going on that I'll tell you about here just in a little bit. First off, let me go around and kind of give you a tour of what I've got done and tell you what's what so far. Let's start with the frame. Now the frame is the Revell frame, funny car frames, at least in the Motorsports issues cars, which Jungle Jim, Lieberman's car, the Chi-Town Hustler, the Hawaiian, those are one-piece frames, not like the Polar Lights funny cars, which have the two-piece frame. These are one-piece frames. This frame was actually boxed up in the box, kind of funny, and turned up on its side, kind of jammed in there at a bad angle, and it was a little bit warped. So I had to play around kind of with some hot water, but I've got it pretty well situated now to where it's level. It's sitting. It's not doing the well, you can't tell it because it's sitting on the header, but in the oil pan. But it's level. I made sure of that before I started putting everything together. But anyway, it's Tesla's acrylic flat black acrylic paint, which after I sprayed it in the rear end as well, all the same paint, and I just let it cure up, and then I airbrushed it, sealed it up with some ceramic coat polyurethane. I didn't want it flat, and I didn't want a gloss finish on it either. So and the reference pictures I have of the LA Hooker, the frame and the roll cage and everything inside the car was flat black or satin black. At least that's what it looks like from the pictures I have. The engine, the block is Tesla's acrylic steel. It's hard to tell. Actually, well, you can see it on the oil pan. The oil pan and the block are Tesla's acrylic steel, airbrushed. The transmission is Tesla's acrylic aluminum. All the paint that is acrylic on this build so far is the Tesla's acrylic, Model Master acrylic. The bottom of the transmission pan was chrome. I de-chromed it and sprayed it with the aluminum plate metallizer, and then polished it up a little bit. Same for the headers. They are the Tesla's aluminum plate, buffed out and then heat stained with dry brushing of the folk art periwinkle and copper. Just lay down the periwinkle first, and you probably can't see it. It's hard to see it in this light. And then went over it with the copper, and then kind of touched it up. Up by the heads, and then where the pipes make the bend. That's usually where your heat stain is, where it comes out from under the frame. The supercharger assembly, front and rear, the valve covers, the supercharger hat is the aluminum plate metallizer buffed out. And what I did after I let that sit for one day, it's gone over with some black wash. I don't know if you can see, hard to see it. Just went over with black wash, and then what I did after that, I came back with some dollar store eyeshadow with a brush, and just kind of went over it, kind of with some of the grays and blacks, just to kind of grime it up just a little bit, kind of give it the weathered used look. I didn't want this to look like one of those that was restored and then put into a museum or whatever. On the engine front, the fuel pump, this did not come with the kit. I took a fuel pump out of the Ed McCullough funny car, and I sent the plastic fuel pump to Vaughn Hart at Hart Sparks Resin. Super nice guy, and he cast me 4, actually 5, I think, of the fuel pumps for the funny cars of this era. I'll be using these on the funny cars and any other drag cars that use the nitro burning engines or whatever. This fuel pump has all of the little tabs where I can put plumb fuel fittings and run my fuel lines, and so I'll be doing that. Nothing, not a whole lot, just a couple of lines from the tank up to a fuel block and then a return line, or something like that. The pulley and belt assembly, the pulley and belt assembly on the Supercharger. I took the kit belt assembly and cut the belt, plastic molded belt off, and then sanded the belt pieces off of the pulleys. I kept the pulleys, and I used this is a rubber belt from Speed City Resin. It kind of gives it more of a realistic look, and I think it turned out pretty good. I went over the pulleys with some black wash. Painted the top one the Model Master steel, and then these other two are Model Master aluminum. Same with, I think I said the valve covers there are the aluminum plate buffed out, and that's pretty much it. That's where we're at. Aluminum plate. Everything that was chromed in this kit I de-chromed and has either been sprayed with either the Model Master steel or the Model Master aluminum plate metallizer and buff. The wheelie bar assembly, I detailed out the tire on the wheelie bars. The brakes are aluminum plate buffed out. The calipers have been painted with Model Master acrylic brass, and then well, actually I diluted that down with a little bit of aluminum to kind of tone it down just a little bit. The rear end housing cover was chrome, so I de-chromed it and sprayed it with the Model Master aluminum plate and gone over it with all of the tin work inside that surrounds the driver's compartment. That has been sprayed. I won't get it out. It's been sprayed with Model Master aluminum acryl, and so all that's been done. All I have to do is just get that together when I get the rest of the chassis and driver's compartment, roll cage, and everything put together, and get the body ready to go. Wanted to share something with you right quick. I don't like to talk about health issues, but I thought I'd share this with you, just so you kind of know what's going on, and kind of why I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. I had not been feeling real good in the last, I'd say, couple of months or so. I had been losing a little weight for, I'd say, the last 9 or 10 months. Nothing drastic. I'd say probably 10 pounds in 10 months. Nothing to get alarmed about, really, other than the fact that I haven't been planning or trying to lose any weight. I've been eating like a horse, like normal, and was losing this weight. Started becoming thirsty a lot. Started going to the bathroom a lot, especially at night. And those of you who probably know what I'm talking about, I started to suspect diabetes, and my suspicions were affirmed 2 weeks ago. I went and so I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. My A1C from my blood test that come back was actually it's supposed to be for my age. I'm 54. Should be 5.6 to 6. Should be as high as it should be. Mine was 14. He showed me the little chart of how high it is, and mine was off the chart. Mine wasn't even on the chart. So anyway, long story short, I don't tell you any of this, for you to feel sorry for me, because I don't feel sorry for me. So I don't want any of you to, or I know some of you out there, I'm sure, have it. A lot of people. He actually told me that 2 out of the 3 people that have it don't realize they have it. There's not a lot of symptoms that go with it until it's full blown. At any rate, I'm taking 1,000 milligrams of metformin pill for the pill part of it, and then I'm taking Lantus insulin in an injection pen once a night, and So, and it's down. The first day I checked my blood sugar after I came back from the doctor and got the good news, it was 465. So it's now down to, I took it this morning, it was 214. So still very high, but not nearly as high. Rethink my diet and redo, and I've been eating a lot of fruit, and so I've already been twice to my dietitian for follow-up. So she says I'm doing good. So we're just going to continue doing, taking the medication and taking the insulin, and she said she hoped maybe in the next 3 or 4 months that if we can get it down, below 150 or so, she said we might be able to come on. I'm crazy about sticking myself, but it's something that's got to be done. So, anyway, all right, I won't dwell on that anymore. I just thought I'd let you know and tell you, kind of what's going on with that. Got a new project coming up, and I just went over the 2,000 subscriber mark today. Well, not over. I'm at 2,000, I think, last time I looked. So I'll be putting up another video in the next few days. I'll be thinking about a giveaway of some sort, and I got a new project coming up with a new kit, and so I'll be touching on that. One other thing too I wanted to share with you, I've put the gasser, the 57 Ford gasser project, I put it on hold because I see that Revell is coming out later on in this year, I think the third quarter, which would be along about October. It's coming out with a 57 Ford station wagon gas. So I'm going to hold off, and I don't know if I'll actually just build that kit or if I'll use, I'm not crazy about the station wagon, so to speak. I may just stay with the 57 Ford custom body, the 2-door, and use that frame and the chassis setup for it, just to keep me from having to cut up parts and that kind of thing. I already have an engine for it in case I don't like the engine that comes with the kit. So we'll be doing that later on when Revell comes out with that kit. So just wanted you to know that I haven't completely forgot about that kit and that project. So we'll be doing that, and I've got a pretty neat little project coming up with one of the Mobius kits. So I'll be doing a video here shortly on that. Alright guys, that's all for now. Until I talk to you again, take care of one another. May God bless you and your family. Don't take any crap from